you ever notice how no matter what we achieve, it's just, it just never feels like enough. I don't know what level of achievement you're at in your life right now, but no matter what it is, it just never seems enough. We're always reaching for more. We're always seeking more out of life. We're trying to achieve as much, but it never feels enough. It feels like the more we get, the emptier we feel. Because now I want the iPhone 50 or the latest version of something, something. Sometimes I say to myself, if I came into $1 million right now, would it be enough? I've never had $1 million to my name, but if I had it, would it be enough? If I got everything I desire, would I feel complete? I've learned to be satisfied with what I have. This for me is what it means to be fully present in my life. But the point I'm pointing to, no matter what we get, why does it never feel enough? Why? You land a job, you get into the relationship, you move into the house you prayed for, you worked so hard for, and for a while, it feels good, it feels right, but then something in you seeks more. And sometimes we blame ourselves for not doing more to achieve more in our lives. We get to a point in our life where we're looking back and we're wishing that maybe if I had done more, I wouldn't be in my current situation right now. I think we can all relate to that. But if it was more, or if it was in the more, why isn't it enough? I hope you can relate. And it doesn't matter how much we possess. Something in you, something in us, a natural urge that is always there, that natural urge that's always there. Something is constantly saying, is there, is this everything? Is this all there is to life? If you're a seeker of truth, this might be something you can relate to. We spend most of our time or most of our lives pursuing happiness or a sense of completion, meaning. And it's always something to work hard for. It's always something to work hard for, something to put our efforts and our planning into. So for me, I had set my intentions, and there were moments where I felt like I had found it. This is it. I'm where I'm supposed to be. But it didn't last because no matter what I gained, my attention would always drift. It would always drift. What I gained would hold my attention for a moment, but then it would always drift. That satisfaction would always fade. The new eventually becomes the old. Nothing was ever enough. The job becomes routine. The relationship routine becomes routine. Even spirituality, your practice, that becomes routine as well. Why does nothing truly hold our attention for long? Why do we keep searching? Have you ever sat with that We we keep searching even after we found what we thought we were looking for. And that's when something woke up in me. Let's put it that way. That's when something woke up in me. The restlessness, that restlessness is your soul waking up. It's a part of awakening, or for some, a call to wake up. This urge to search, to find meaning in our lives, to feel happy, to feel alive. It doesn't go away because it's pointing us somewhere deeper, somewhere we don't usually look. I've come to realize that happiness does not live in things or in people or in the environment. Happiness lives in you and me. Have you ever noticed that the joy we feel from a situation, something external, is always fleeting? It comes and then it goes. It doesn't last. And then we want to feel that again. We want to feel that again because that's a part of being. That's the whole thing about being human and alive. We get to feel. And those moments of joy is felt inside of you and me. It's not when you experience a moment of joy, it might be awakened or triggered by the external experience, but you feel that within. Truly, what every soul is searching for cannot be seen. It cannot be seen. It can't be touched. It can only be felt. And that's a part of our human experiences that we get to feel. We get to feel these things only to wake us up to who we are. The more I wake up, the more I see this. Truly, the more I wake up, the more I see this. The answers we're searching for, they're not outside of us. That's why nothing outside of us will ever be enough. Your joy, your peace, your love, they aren't external. They're inner states. They arise from something deeper than our accomplishments, deeper than our desires. They arise from our own consciousness, from our awareness of being. It's a deeper dimension of who you are. The humanity that we experience is necessary for us. What we feel, the good, the bad, the ugly, all of that is necessary to bring us back home to our true selves. Isn't that the purpose of being human? To feel, and through all of the experience, it's to bring you back. That's why we're always searching, and why nothing ever feels enough. Even with 10 cars, even with money in the bank, with ease of life, you have what you need in the external world. Even with that, is it really enough? Do you feel complete? It's a deeper dimension. Maybe you're experiencing this right now. Slowly, quietly awakening. And maybe the pursuit of happiness, maybe it's just a distraction, a beautiful, convincing one, but still a distraction in a way. It promises fulfillment, but it keeps us reaching outside of ourselves. It keeps us attached to what is temporary. It keeps us expecting something lasting, if that makes sense. What is out there that is sufficient to give us what we are really searching for? I thought healing meant fixing the broken pieces of my life, the broken parts of us, the parts from the divorce, that you're never the same. I thought it was about the heartbreak, the loss that we suffer. I thought that was healing, and that's a part of it. But I've come to recognize that the real healing, the real healing is when you realize that nothing can ever be enough until you come home to yourself. I don't have all the answers, or I would say I don't know the answer, but in the moment, if you remain present with yourself, the answers are within you. You do have the answers. It's already here. True happiness lives in presence, in awareness, in the deep stillness of your true self. And it's not loud and noisy like the world. That's the distraction. But it's always there. It was always there waiting for us to turn towards it, to recognize, to not just recognize, but remember. Remember. And this for me is why nothing can ever feel enough until you realize it's within. So if you're at a point where you feel like nothing, what's the point? Nothing ever feels like enough. Maybe it's not because you're doing something wrong. Maybe it's because you're finally waking up to the truth that happiness isn't found. It's remembered, not in the next thing you get, but in the stillness. In the stillness. I came to this platform not knowing what I'm doing and what to say, but I came anyhow. Something brought me here. Maybe to you. And these reflections are meant to support you on your journey back to yourself, because that's the journey. The journey is not taking you to the accomplishment or the achievement. Those you will pass along the way, but the journey always takes you back to yourself. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you.